the senior sister often visits the grave of her first love. Everyone knows that it was a deeply unforgettable relationship before she embarked on the path of cultivation. After becoming cultivation partners, I not only didn't get jealous but would accompany her to visit the grave. She shyly smiled at me. "YiZe, you're so good." She didn't know that on the other side of this mountain, there was another empty grave. It was a grave I personally dug for her. Ding! Story Shots reminds you to click the subscribe button at the bottom right corner to read the full novel. I came alone to the YiZe sect. The gatekeeper used a magical tool to test my talent, and a flash of surprise and jealousy crossed his eyes. He looked at me with a smile. "Buddy, your talent is quite poor. You should go back." I nodded obediently. "Since YiZe sect doesn't want me, I'll try my luck at the neighboring Shui Ling sect." He panicked. "Wait, what I meant to say is that you're not suited for cultivation at all. Go back to where you came from." This man was already a cultivator at the peak of the qi refining stage. Seeing my extraordinary talent, he didn't want me to join YiZe sect and steal his thunder, nor did he want someone like me to end up in a rival sect. Such is the nature of ordinary people. A simple and elegant blue hue caught my eye as a graceful female cultivator walked out from the mountain gate, her appearance gentle and harmonious. The gatekeeper called her senior sister. She looked at me gently. "What's your name?" "Han YiZe." She gazed into my eyes, slightly lost in thought. "YiZe, come with me." Lu Qianqian led me to meet the head of YiZe sect, Shen Luxian. Shen Luxian appeared to have an immortal-like demeanor, kind and benevolent, but inside he was a dark and cunning person. He said to me, "The path of cultivation is extremely arduous. Those who lack the courage to face the gates of hell are not qualified to join our sect for cultivation." The trial he arranged for me was 100 times more dangerous than those for other disciples. He wanted me to back down. Lu Qianqian looked at me worriedly. "Maybe you should reconsider?" I shook my head and resolutely participated in the trial. In the end, I passed the trial, bloodied and battered, becoming Lu Qianqian's junior brother. That night, the senior sister secretly knocked on my door, bringing precious healing elixirs to visit me. "The headmaster deliberately made things difficult for you. I didn't expect you to be so determined, willing to risk your life to participate in the trial." She looked at me with concern, then skillfully tended to my wounds. I grabbed her delicate hand and looked straight into her eyes. "Senior sister, you're so good to me." She suddenly pulled her hand back, gave me a playful glare, and then smiled. "I know you're a genius and will surely achieve great things in the future. You must work hard in your cultivation." I couldn't help but sneer. If I weren't a genius, senior sister wouldn't care for me, right? She didn't expect a newcomer like me to ask such a question, and she stared at me blankly, spilling a lot of the elixir. After a long while, she awkwardly smiled. "How could that be? YiZe sect has a library pavilion, its collection far surpassing other sections. I often come here. One day, I caught a whiff of demonic energy in the library pavilion. I found a hidden door, opened the basement, and discovered a female demon in a specially crafted cage. The scales on her body were like light purple crystals, extremely beautiful, yet there were very few left. I didn't need to guess to know that these scales were taken by someone in the sect to refine magical tools. I asked her, "How long does it take for a scale to grow back after being plucked from you?" She smirked. 10 days. Seeing her covered in wounds, it was clear that the despicable person who took her scales had no patience to wait 10 days for each one. From then on, I often brought her herbs and food when the library pavilion was empty, helping her recover. Bu Xiao devoured the food I brought while warning me, "YiZe sect is not a place for someone like you. Go do what you should be doing. I have my own important matters to attend to in YiZe sect, and they are matters that cannot be rushed. They need to be done slowly to be done well." Initially, the gatekeeper Wang said my talent was poor, but in no time my cultivation level surpassed his. Yet, my strength wasn't enough to quell his hostility towards me. He reported to the headmaster about my secret meetings with the demoness in the library pavilion, asking for severe punishment. The senior sister was the first to stand up for me. That demoness is a rare and unusual great demon. Junior brother Han was merely curious. Is that such a grave offense? Shen Luxian didn't like dealing with such trivial matters. Right now, the snake scales are very difficult to grow back. Han Yize's willingness to care for her is beneficial to the sect. There's no need to discuss this further. Seeing Lu Qianqian and Shen Luxian both standing by my side, Wang Qingjin was furious. One day, taking advantage of no one else being around, he invited me to the back mountain. Junior brother, since joining the sect, your attitude has been too arrogant. I have no choice but to teach you a lesson. I touched my nose, genuinely unsure of what qualifications he had to say such things to me. Seeing my indifferent reaction, Wang Qingjun couldn't wait to summon a top-tier magical tool, looking at me with high spirits as if waiting for me to beg for mercy. I asked him, "Senior brother, does anyone else know about the matter you asked me out for? You brat, are you thinking of having the senior sister protect you again? Let me tell you, even if you die here today, no one will know it was me." I yawned. As long as no one knows, that's fine. Wang Qingjin, furious, used a magical weapon against me. The weapon didn't touch me at all and, together with Wang Qingjin, turned into a puddle of sludge, splattering onto the ground. I casually sprinkled some flower seeds onto the sludge. Such filth makes excellent fertilizer. Some cultivators despise demons the most in their lives, yet they enjoy killing demons to refine elixirs, nourishing themselves with what they despise. I can't learn such hypocrisy. This filth is enough to nourish flowers, not worthy of being my nourishment. A person disappeared out of thin air from the sect, and since this person barely had some status, naturally it needed thorough investigation. But no one could find any clues. Naturally, some people suspected me. At such times, the senior sister was always the first to stand up for me. She even helped me fabricate evidence. She said that when Wang Qingjin disappeared, I was with her the whole time. When it was just the two of us, I asked her, "Senior sister, I have a clear conscience about this matter. Why did you lie for me? What guilt could I have? It was just self-defense." She said, "The human heart is unpredictable. They only believe what they want to believe, not the truth. You are exceptionally talented, and I worry that you might be envied or even falsely accused, ruining your future." It's laughable that she doesn't even know the truth. I held her in my arms. "Why are you so good to me?" She didn't answer me, nor did she push me away. From then on, I began to frequently and openly show my affection for the senior sister. Everyone knew I liked her, including the newly initiated junior sister, Yu Hanyan. I don't know if Yu Hanyan held hostility towards Lu Qianqian or towards me. Every time Lu Qianqian wasn't in the sect, she would come to me chattering, "Senior brother, your favorite senior sister has gone to sweep graves again." Me? Oh. Clearly, my reaction didn't satisfy her. She pretended to be mysterious and whispered in my ear, "Senior sister isn't going to sweep graves for her relatives, but for her unforgettable first love." I still nodded. "Oh." Yu Hanyan, failing to tease me, stomped her feet in anger. "Humph. Serves you right to be cheated on." I smiled without saying a word. While the senior sister went to visit her first love, I went to visit the snake demon in the basement. Bu Xiao, by nature, was unrestrained and had no filter. "Why do you like coming to see me so much? Could it be that you admire my natural beauty?" I revealed my true form to her. "In front of you, I can be my true self. That's right, I am also a demon. My true form is an eagle." Bu Xiao looked at my body with curiosity, twisting her waist playfully. "How about it, want to taste your favorite snake meat? I'll cut a piece to feed you." My favorite snake meat? How come I didn't know? You've fallen to this state, don't joke about your body. She was rather sentimental. "If it's you, what harm is there in giving you some meat? You're not like those shameless cultivators who love to plunder other races, always acting so righteous." I rubbed her head. "How did you get caught here?" "Tricked by that old thief Shen Luxian. He told me that if I provided him with scales, he would help me become immortal. I laughed. Bu Xiao was furious with embarrassment. How dare you laugh at my foolishness? Mortal wisdom dictates that those not of our race must have different hearts. How could they truly cooperate with demons? I laughed at my former self. Bu Xiao asked me, were they wrong? I was silent for a moment, then said meaningfully, if they laugh last, then they are right. If they are eventually devoured, then they are wrong. Bu Xiao also laughed. I now eagerly hope they become the losers. They will. The senior sister heard that I went to the library while she was away. She was displeased and came to question me if I had gone to see the snake demon. Despite her youthful appearance, she was, after all, of a certain age, and being jealous like this was really undignified. I grabbed her neck fiercely, glaring at her. What right do you have to question me? What right do you have to be jealous? What are you to me? Lu Qianqian looked at me in terror. This was the first time I had shown her such a fierce expression, and it scared her. I quickly restrained myself, gently kissing her earlobe. Senior sister, what are you to me? Tell me. She lowered her head, her cheeks flushed. And so, under the witness of the sect leader, we became Dao companions. The senior sister was very gentle with me. Only one thing was not good. Her frequency of going to the back mountain to sweep graves was very frequent. Sometimes once every 3 days, sometimes once every 5 days. There was even a period when she went once a day. Everyone in the sect knew that in the tomb lay her first love, a deep and unforgettable romance before she embarked on the path of cultivation. One day, after she returned from visiting the grave, I cornered her against the wall. She thought I was jealous and hurriedly explained, YiZe, listen to me. I smiled. There's no need to explain. I'm not angry. I just hope that next time you visit the grave, you can take me with you. I want him to know that there's someone new to protect you now. Lu Qianqian was surprised by my words but shyly nodded. YiZe, you're so good to me. When Yu Hanyan found out about this, she mocked me for being falsely magnanimous. She also said that the green hat I put on myself was an underworld green hat, visible only to the clever. But Bu Xiao said, how could a man be so magnanimous? Simply because you don't love her and have other motives. But she's plain looking. What do you see in her? I replied, of course, I love her. It's just that. Why always speak in riddles? Aren't you afraid of keeping too many secrets and not living long? I laughed. I used to say everything, and in the end, I didn't live long. Upon hearing this, Bu Xiao's gaze suddenly turned serious. Could it be that you? Lu Qianqian and I went to visit the grave together. On the mountain, she casually picked a flower that I had previously nurtured with Wang Qingzhen's bones to offer to her former lover. She gazed affectionately at the tombstone, seemingly forgetting my presence beside her. The tombstone bore an inscription, the tomb of the deceased husband, a yuan. I asked her, does this yuan refer to a kite or an eagle? She was silent for a moment, as if lost in memories. Coming back to her senses, she shook her head. He was an orphan, and the name was just randomly chosen, without any meaning. Really? Yes. I asked her again. Where did you meet him? It's been too long. I can't remember. I put my arm around Lu Qianqian's shoulder. You are truly a person of sentiment and loyalty. Even after so much time has passed, you still treat him so well. She looked up at me. YiZe, are you really not jealous? She called me YiZe, as if through this name, she was calling the yuan in the grave. I held her tighter. I won't be jealous. I like you being such a sentimental and loyal person. My cultivation level soon surpassed that of my senior sister. To be precise, I once again disguised my cultivation level, making it look like I was progressing rapidly. As my Dao companion, my senior sister should be happy about my progress. However, she became very uneasy. She asked me more than once, in the future, will you leave me and ascend to immortality alone? I told her I wouldn't. Don't worry, your yuan won't lie to you. My senior sister looked at me in horror. What did you say? I was puzzled. Did I say something wrong? She quickly shook her head. No, no, I'm just too touched. From then on, she began to have nightmares, moaning in pain every night. And I would conceal my aura and quietly enter her dreams. There, I saw the truest Lu Qianqian. In her dreams, Lu Qianqian was much younger. The young girl was slender, her every move lively and adorable, innocent and spirited. She had a destiny with immortality, but lacked the talent. Therefore, although the immortal sect did not want her, they did not stop her from picking herbs on the spiritual mountain for use in the mortal world. She made a living from this. Her encounter with a yuan was in the back mountain of the Huayang sect. She found the injured eagle on a slope and took it home to nurse it back to health. She would groom its feathers, tear meat into tiny pieces to feed it, and chatter to it about her daily life and worries. The life of a mortal is too short. The thought of growing old, becoming ugly, and then dying helplessly torments me. Then you can cultivate immortality. That was the first time the young Yuan spoke to her. He was a demon. He thought she would be afraid of him, but she wasn't. She showed an unimaginable kindness to a demon. In his innocence at the time, he could never have imagined that the girl who cared for him so much would one day stab a blade into his body, carving his flesh piece by piece. I withdrew from Lu Qianqian's dream, my body still lingering with that heart-wrenching pain. I glanced at her still sleeping form, then got up and headed to the back mountain. On the other side of the mountain there was also a graveyard. This grave was dug by my own hands and was still empty. I carved Lu Qianqian's name on the blank tombstone. The speed of my cultivation progress was excessively exaggerated. Others looked at me with either envy or fear. Only Yu Hanyan realized I was a demon, because she had followed me. I waited for her to report me to the sect leader. Otherwise, I would feel embarrassed to skin her. In the end, she didn't tell anyone and took the risk to confront me alone. Was it you who killed Senior Wang? I nodded. The usually noisy and arrogant little girl was now pale, her lips trembling. It was amusing to watch. After a long while, she asked me why. I was too lazy to explain. Don't meddle in the affairs of demons. She looked at me with tears in her eyes, feeling aggrieved. This surprised me. What? Do you like me? Mediocre cultivators admire strength but are ashamed to admit it. Yu Hanyan is such a person. When I hit the nail on the head, her face flushed, and she forgot she was in danger, lowering her head. This ambiguous scene was perfectly caught by Lu Qianqian as she passed by. I calmly met her gaze and watched her leave with a smile. In the following days, I occasionally met with Yu Hanyan. The senior sister endured again and again, finally losing patience and questioning why I hurt her feelings. I did not comfort her. I turned the tables. The sect leader grows more wary of me each day, fearing my cultivation will surpass his. I guard against this and that every day, physically and mentally exhausted. Don't you understand? Qianqian, why don't you care about me? You know I'm waiting for your comfort, yet you act like an unreasonable little girl, throwing tantrums and demanding affection. I sighed deeply. Lu Qianqian was at a loss for words, only able to apologize, humbly massaging my shoulders. I felt somewhat melancholic. Long ago, she told me, I'm getting older each day. How much I long to embark on the path of immortality. Don't you understand? I just need your pair of wings. With them, Shen Luxian will agree to take me as his first disciple. A yuan. I saved you. Why are you so unreasonable? She had long forgotten these words. Now she has become as reasonable as I once was. I sent Bu Xiao a pill, telling her Shen Luxian's time was near. In a few days, you can leave here. Although I concealed my cultivation, she never doubted I would truly save her. To express gratitude, she reached for my belt. I said sternly, we are both demons. I won't treat you like this. Bu Xiao blinked. Then, how do you treat women who aren't demons? I laughed. If it were before, I would cherish her, respect her, and break my own wings for her. And now, I would cherish her, respect her, then break her wings, telling her all my kindness was fake. Bu Xiao laughed heartily after hearing this. Yet she was somewhat disappointed. It's a pity I can't personally skin and dismember that old immortal, Shun Luxian. I raised an eyebrow. What's so difficult about that? I'll grant you this wish. She was pleasantly surprised. Really? Of course. Bu Xiao thought for a moment, then spat out her demon core. My demon core is yours. It can protect you. Trapped in a cage, this was the greatest reward she could give me. However, I didn't need it. I revealed my true cultivation to her. Bu Xiao was shocked. Since you have such power, why bind yourself to a mere mortal woman? Besides, you're already so strong. You shouldn't be entangled in worldly grudges and emotions, which will harm your cultivation. It's not worth it. I smiled. Cultivation can be slowly restored, but time waits for no one. If I don't take revenge, my enemies will die of old age. Bu Xiao glared at me. Those ants, just kill them. Why play along with them? You're so idle. I was helpless. If they die too quickly, I'm afraid she'll enjoy it. Shen Luxian allied with traitors from other sects, besieging me under the guise of exterminating demons. He certainly didn't know I was truly a demon. He just wanted an excuse to slander me and seize the high-level artifacts I casually crafted. Their attacks were nothing to me. I pretended to suffer, defended myself, and pleaded for mercy. I was waiting for Lu Qianqian's reaction, but her response was slower than Yu Hanyan's. Only when I seemed about to be killed did she rush to protect me. I feigned being touched and asked her why she did it. She said, YiZe, I know you're now stronger than the sect leader. Fight back. I suppressed the disdain in my eyes. If my strength were less than Shen Luxian's, you wouldn't protect me, would you? Lu Qianqian hesitated for a moment. She thought she hid it well, but she couldn't escape my eyes. I was right about her. In the end, I defeated everyone, turning them to ashes. Only Shen Luxian was spared. I tied him up and sent him to Bu Xiao. That night, the underground of the library echoed with piercing screams. I listened to this beautiful sound, sipping tea cup by cup. Lu Qianqian looked at the smile on my lips, seemingly dazed. YiZe, I feel like I've never known you. I gently stroked her face. Is that so? I knew her very well. The next day, the treasure pavilion collapsed, and the snake demoness was nowhere to be found. Disciples of Huayang sect dug out many white bones from the ruins. After piecing together, many demon bones were assembled. The only human bones must belong to Shen Luxian. Bu Xiao was quite particular about eating and knew how to spit out bones. I could even imagine her burping, which made me feel quite pleased. As expected, I became the new leader of Huayang sect. Lu Qianqian felt increasingly insecure. Her talent was really poor, and her position in Huayang sect was not due to hard work. Her only effort was exploiting the former me. My blood and flesh were all used as her stepping stones to climb higher. Lu Qianqian proposed dual cultivation with me. Enhancing her strength wasn't her main goal. More importantly, she wanted to bind me tightly, hoping for preferential treatment in resources. I refused her without hesitation, making up reasons casually. Qianqian, I can't have distractions. She broke down and yelled at me. Can't you think about me? Hadn't I thought about her? When she said she wanted my wings, I cut them off for her. When she said she wanted everything from me, I no longer had wings to fly away. She took advantage of my foolishness, but she wasn't that clever either. I looked coldly at Lu Qianqian. Why should I think about you? Lu Qianqian's tears fell. From then on, she often quarreled with me. Within a day, she would come to reconcile, humbling herself before me. She had long realized the gap between us. She approached me and flattered me because I was a young genius. Now, her greed backfired, leaving her mentally exhausted. When a person is in constant pain, they become numb to it. So I gave her a little hope, so she could endure greater pain in the future. I told Lu Qianqian that I found a rare book for her, and if she practiced according to its methods, she could have the same strength as me. However, the price was that her body would endure immense pain. Lu Qianqian began her seclusion. In less than half a month, she couldn't bear it and came to me crying. Looking at her frail face and bloodshot eyes, I almost laughed out loud. I still didn't comfort her and instead pressured her. I love you so much, and I only let you see this rare book. Can't you strive a bit more for me? Lu Chanqian could only grit her teeth and persist. After this seclusion, her cultivation did improve, but not as much as she had imagined, leaving her greatly disappointed. She questioned why I didn't make it clear to her. I only needed to say, I didn't expect your talent to be so low, and she was speechless. Lack of talent was her eternal pain. Lu Chanqian grew more haggard, waking up in the middle of the night to look in the mirror, screaming at her own ugly appearance. But I wasn't satisfied with just this. I would never forget when I lost my wings. She told me, it's just a pair of wings, you have me. Now she only lost her beauty. Doesn't she still have me? I infiltrated her dreams, replacing the anxious Lu Chanqian with the pitiful Yuan. He naively told her, your Yuan will never deceive you. I will never leave you. She kept talking in her sleep, apologizing to Yuan. When she woke up with tears streaming down her face, she faced my cold gaze. Chanqian, he's been dead for so long, yet you still love him. She hurriedly defended herself. I don't. I never loved him from the start. Oh? Then why do you call his name in your dreams? She guiltily said, YiZe, you're overthinking. I was calling your name. Many disciples left Huayang's sect. They feared me. Yu Hanyan also quietly left. She was somewhat clear-headed, unlike the former me, who was bewitched by Lu Chanqian and couldn't extricate myself. Under my arrangement, the gates of Huayang's sect were opened wide, recruiting new disciples in large numbers. Now, Lu Chanqian was hideous, and under my secret manipulation, no amount of beauty-enhancing pills worked. She was no longer beautiful, yet I publicly introduced her to all the candidates as my partner. They showed expressions of surprise. Lu Chanqian held back tears, trembling on the high platform. I ordered those who openly mocked her to be driven out. Lu Chanqian looked at me gratefully, thinking I did it for her. In fact, I just felt those people were unworthy. It had nothing to do with her. Amidst the ebb and flow of joy and sorrow, Lu Chanqian seemed a bit deranged. She stripped naked in front of me, asking why I wouldn't be with her. YiZe, you despise my ugliness. She wanted to accuse me from a high position. Facing me, she was always wrong, unwilling to accept it. But I wouldn't give her this opportunity. I had a very legitimate reason. Chanqian, it's not that I despise you. I could never despise you. I just can't stand the thought of you frequently visiting your first love's grave. It makes me feel uneasy and unhappy. It's a knot in my heart. The thought that you once loved someone else makes it impossible for me to be honest with you. Lu Chanqian rushed over to hug me, trying to please me. Then let's destroy his grave tomorrow. I will never go to the back mountain again. Okay? I sneered. All right. Lu Chanqian destroyed the grave she had built for me in front of my eyes. She held my hand, showing me the ruins. Look, now I have no first love. From now on, I will only love you, okay? Love? You really are shameless. You've only ever loved yourself. She looked at me, puzzled. I took her to the back of this mountain, showing her the grave I had dug for her. Her name was clearly engraved on the tombstone. YiZe, what do you mean by this? I removed my disguise, revealing my true appearance. Lu Chanqian's eyes widened. Impossible. You died long ago. It's been so many years. How can you still be alive? She refused to accept reality. She was afraid of me. I said calmly, I didn't die. I came to seek revenge on you. She tried to run, but I easily subdued her, tying her to the tombstone. She couldn't escape and could only beg for mercy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've always been repenting. I often visited your grave, you know that. Is that so? Then who just destroyed my grave? Lu Chanqian was speechless. After a moment, she looked at me angrily. You tricked me. I nodded. Just like you tricked me. Lu Chanqian struggled frantically, tears streaming down her face. Back then, it was her fear of aging, her fear of death, that drove her to do those things to me. Now, she still has to face the things she fears the most. Yuan, don't kill me. Please don't kill me, I beg you. I smiled as I locked her inside the grave. Here I had set up a formation. She would be trapped in a dream, continuously experiencing all the pain I once felt, over and over until the moment she truly dies. This was the hell I had meticulously created for her. From now on, I will never let cultivators trample on our demon clan in the same way. I endured unimaginable pain to get to this day, all to ensure that the cultivation methods that harm the demon clan are completely eradicated from the cultivation world. That day is not far away.